welcome to the Bloody Bunch podcast number 39. Today, with your host, Balfour, along with Buddy and Lauren.
Hello.
Pardon me, wow.
Gross, sir.
Starting off with a burp. Oh, the second one.
The second one.
I know.
Disgusting.
Hey, at least
Let me out of here.
it wasn't as bad as Buddy's on the stream earlier. It was loud. Buddy, like...
I'm sorry.
No. I'm not offended by it. I just know some people are offended by it. And it was like, dang. Like, goddamn, was it loud? It was a thing. It was definitely.
I felt better.
See, exactly. That's my reaction. Where I feel better when I exert that gas coming from my body outward through my mouth.
But you both do it loudly.
Well, yes. It's not like we can go like.
I mean, it is. That is the thing that you can do.
Just.
But yeah, so this past week has been kind of out of whack for me. Lauren and I watched a movie.
Oh my god.
And oh my god.
I regret watching said movie.
For the love of God, don't ever watch this movie. We watched, what is it?
Not Another Happy Ending.
Not Another Happy Ending.
So I found it. It's supposed to be a romantic comedy, and I found it, and I was like, this sounds really cool. It's about a writer who has writer's block because she's happy, and so her editor, she's happy, because she's writing about this really sad story, so she's not in the mindset to write a sad story. So because she's happy, she can't write. So her editor vows to make her life miserable so that she can write the follow-up to her story and he can publish it and blah, blah, blah. And, he's French, she's Scottish, it's this whole thing. It sounds really adorable. It was so crap.
Yeah, conceptual-wise, I was like, all right, I can, rom-com, I get it. Go on to fantasize about it, sure. Whew, boy, it was rough. It was rough to get through.
It was so bad, and Balfour and I, being the movie buffs that we are, predicted the last half hour. Every single step of the last half hour of the movie.
It was so bad. It was so bad that not even halfway through the movie, both of us went, how much longer do we have to go? And I
had to go to the toilet, and he paused it, and we're like, oh my god, there's still half the movie to go.
It was, oh man, it was so, listen, the reason why it's bad, it's just bad writing, dude. It's just really bad writing.
And it jumps from scene to scene very quickly and with it's not cohesive. It's just suddenly you're in the next scene. It's like, what was the point of the last scene, let alone this one?
Plot points don't really have a resolution, and the resolutions come way too fast.
It's like you're already in the next story arc before you've resolved the last plot point. It's like, wait, oh, that's right, that thing was supposed to happen.
A huge problem is just there's way too many subplots in this movie. There shouldn't be 6 different subplots to a rom-com.
And they weren't even interesting.
Unless it's Love Actually, because Love Actually is a really good movie.
That is, but that's done well.
Yes. And
there were 2 secondary characters, one of which is imaginary, who were wonderful.
The imaginary character, and then the extremely badass, really secretly assistant teacher man thing was awesome. He was awesome. I don't know what he
teaches his class. What did he teach his class? It was he was the first Renaissance painter to use an iPad or something.
Yeah.
What? He's so bad. He's such a bad teacher.
But it's so weird, and those scenes were good. I just wish they would have focused on certain characters. I was like, all right, it has a specific charm in certain instances, but dear God, was it just bad and boring, and it dragged on, and it made no sense. And it's like, I'm in love with you now, and it's like, how? And it's like,
no.
I feel bad for doing things to you, but you didn't do anything.
There's always a scene in a romantic movie, particularly a romantic comedy, that there's the clear lead up, okay, this is going to be the part where these two get together, and you saw that happening, and it's like, we were talking through the whole thing, they had their big moment, he passed out, and then I was like, I don't care that these characters are together. I just did not give a shit that they were together. I'm like, this movie missed the point.
I didn't care. I'm spoiling the hell out of this because you should not watch this movie. There's a
Yeah.
thing towards the end where it's like it's a fake out death, and I was like, I don't care if he's dead. Like I'm just like, I don't care. And it's like they did the whole like, we're at a eulogy, yada yada yada, and then the person who's dead comes into the scene, and you're just like, all right, whatever. The worst part about that is that it's them promoting a goddamn book at a cemetery. Like, why?
You know what's funny? What's the funniest thing about that? I didn't realize that's what they were doing. And
Really?
you said there was a fake out death at the end. I'm like, I don't remember anyone dying.
Yeah, it's so bad. Do yourselves a favor.
No, but
the movie's like an hour and 40 minutes or something like that.
the funny thing about that end scene was like, it jumped. Okay, so maybe it was just me now that I think about it, because I didn't realize they were going for the fake out death thing, where it was like they went from them getting together to however many months later with this funeral scene. I was like, I just thought it was more of the movie not hitting the spot. I was like, I don't understand where they're going now with this.
What also didn't make sense is like obviously there's a time gap between those two scenes, and it's like obviously they're together now, and then there's this weird moment where she's trying to talk to her dad to resolve a subplot. And then it just cuts, like, it's him cutting off that subplot and being like, hold on,
making fun of it.
Let me wisp you away so I can make out with you for the end credits. And it's like, this makes no sense.
It's just such
Listen,
a bad movie.
I would...
You're very passionate about that.
Yeah.
It's really bad. It's really bad. Honestly, though, I don't know if it's as bad as 50 Shades of Grey, though. So...
It's always going to be bad.
Hey, there was a good quote that came out of the movie, so therefore it has to be better. What? No, out of the movie we watched.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Why would I be talking about
I
that?
know, that's what I was like, wait,
Come
what?
on, like,
No.
come on, dude. You know.
I know what this
So
title...
what I was trying to say was that there was a good quote that came out of this movie, therefore it must automatically be better than 50 Shades of Grey, because nothing good came out of those movies.
I know what the title of this episode is going to be. 50 Shades of Awful.
No.
Yeah. Nah. No, but that was a pretty bad movie.
I'm so sad. Like, I try to find fun movies for myself to watch. I don't even really care about you. And then I was like, we should watch a movie.
Wow! Alright, thanks.
No, because we have different tastes. You know what I mean. And I was like, honestly, when I suggested it,
Yeah,
I made 2 suggestions that night. I was like, hey, do you want to watch this movie that we've already seen again? Or do you want to watch this new movie that I just came across and might be alright? And you picked that one.
Because I like exposing myself to new content, which is fine. I didn't realize it was such a bad movie.
Neither did I.
If I knew it was going to
all
be
the
a bad
elements
movie.
sounded great.
Right.
And it sounded like it would be perfect for us.
It wasn't.
It wasn't. Except the quote, as I said, the quote that came out of it.
First bad movie of 2018. I think that's what we're going to do. This year, I think this is what we're going to do. I think this year, towards the end of the year, we should do a best and worst movies that we saw this year. Not necessarily the movie came out in 2018. It's the movies that we just saw in the year of 2018.
Shit. Greatest Showman doesn't qualify.
It doesn't.
No.
Oh, it does, because apparently I watched it in 2018.
Nope. You couldn't have, because I didn't watch it in 2018.
Oh, alright. Well, there you go.
Yeah.
I mean, if we want to, next week we can compile a list to see what our favorite and worst movies of 2017 were.
Sorry.
I mean,
I
it
was
could
doing
be a
myself.
thing.
Hey.
I mean, you don't have to. Shit. I'll
You
do
don't
it.
have to.
I'll do it.
Shit.
Shit, man.
man,
Shit.
Stop throwing things at me. He's
Why?
throwing things at the camera.
It's
Oh,
because
shit.
you don't want to do something fun, and I'm annoyed at you. It's like,
Yes, I am anti-fun.
oh, I made it in the cup.
I do not like fun.
Exactly. Killjoy. Speaking of
Buddies,
that,
buddies.
I got my first chicken dinner in PUBG this week, and
Yeah, you did.
oh my god, I can't stop talking about it because it's awesome.
I was watching, so I didn't get to see it, unfortunately, but I was watching the clip that you made afterwards, and I was sitting there like it was you on stream going, Balfour, move! Balfour, why aren't you laying down? You're standing up in like complete open space. I don't care that you're wearing a ghillie suit. Lay down.
Listen, there's a part in the middle of it where I'm yelling at myself to lay down, and I can't because I'm prone block.
Your prone block. No, that was directly behind a tree. At one point, though, you were to the left of that tree, just standing in open space. I'm like, you just had someone shooting at you. They know you're there.
No, I know, and that's why I was like, I'm gonna die right here. But then I figured out.
What?
Huh? Do I want it?
I want it.
Right now. Think so.
I want it. I want some pineapple. Anyway, but yeah, no, that was brilliant. Like, and you got 9 kills or something after that, didn't you?
Yeah,
Like at the
I
end
got
of it,
9
you
kills.
had a total of 9 kills or something.
Yeah. I got 9. I got 9 kills, and all of those kills were in the span of like 6.5 minutes.
Yeah, that was awesome. What a good run.
Yeah.
I was so proud of you. I was like, yeah, boy.
And Buddy had mentioned earlier, like the only reason why I won that was because of the flash that you can see from the guy shooting across the way.
Yeah.
Because I didn't know if it was one of the guys on the left side of me or one of the guys on the right side of me. Because there was 2 teams that were like fighting against each other. So I was like, I don't know what I'm gonna do.
There was someone that they must have killed that was shooting, not at you, but they were shooting from really close to you, and I'm like, I can't even tell where that is.
What happened? This is what I know what happened. The guy to the left of me knew where it was.
Mm.
And the guy to the right of me must have killed that dude because he didn't know where I was.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I was like, chicken dinner. So if you guys want to check out the clip, it's about 6.5 minutes of me looking like a zombie. But it's on the Twitch channel, so go check it out.
You looking like a zombie, and then you looking like a child that just had all their dreams come true on Christmas Day, which was also their birthday.
I'm so happy that I'm happy that I captured the very first chicken dinner I've ever gotten. Like, I know you've gotten one before. I know my other friends have. Huh? Exactly. See, you have way more than I do. So I'm happy that I was able to document when I got my first chicken dinner. I'm so proud of
Yeah. No, you've definitely done way better than mine. I mean, you know my tactic. I stay down, stay hidden for as long as possible. My only kill in both of those chicken dinners was the other person left in the game with me.
Hey, it's still a strategy, okay?
Still a kill.
Yeah, I stayed alive. Yeah.
You beat the game. But yeah, I'm excited. I need to get back into it. And hopefully, it sounds like Balthazar and I will be playing a lot on the Xbox at least.
Yeah.
But I think like just for funsies, I'll play on the PC just to try to get better. I've been
Get good, Scrub.
decent. Yeah, well, you know what? Whatever. I'm trying my bestest. Speaking of games, man, I want to get I want to get Sea of Thieves so bad because that looks like.
Oh,
such a
doesn't that
fun
look so
game.
much fun?
It looks like such
It's
a fun
like-
game.
It's the part of Black Flag that everyone else likes. So it's like, surely this game is going to do really well.
I'm excited because pirates. I just want a good pirate game. There hasn't been
Yes.
a good pirate game. I refuse to call Black Flag. Black Flag a good pirate game because it is not a good pirate game.
I'm in agreement with you. It's not that, but everyone loves it because we get to play as pirates. It's like no, but this game is that element of that game that everyone's going to enjoy. So
But
this should
It's going to be that, but better.
focused on that.
Yeah. Because it's going to be by pirates booty. Hi.
Yeah.
And that's why I want to get it because I think it'd be a lot of fun for us to just play together.
To role play in it.
Yeah, exactly. Like someone to be the captain, like yar, aye, captain, take it to the port side. Like it's
Down to the briny depths with you.
I like the little musical instrument.
Oh yeah,
too.
Oh yeah, you get to play the accordion.
Yeah.
Accordion and the something else. I forget the name of it.
Yeah.
I didn't know there was something else. I've only seen the accordion so far, so that's cool.
Is it only for PC? Do you guys know?
I have no idea.
Buddy, you're lagging out super hard, my man.
You got robot voice.
I looked it up, and you can pre-order Sea of Thieves right now.
Ooh, hello.
It looks like you can pre-order it. It might be an Xbox only thing.
Really?
Xbox.
Yeah, I only see it for Xbox. Oh no, it's Xbox One and Windows 10. So technically, yes, it is only for Xbox. So it is a cross-platform game, which I'm assuming.
Yeah, well, judging by that, it sounds like it could be.
With that being said, Buddy, if we get it for Xbox, you can get it for the PC, and we can play together.
Buddy can play with us.
I hope to God
would
he
be-
listened to that.
I was gonna say he would be cheering right now if he were able.
Which would be awesome. I'm not entirely sure when the release date is. Because right now it just says pre-order And if you pre-order today, this is a huge plug-in for Sea of Thieves. If you pre-order today, this is what it says. Pre-order today. Embark on a shared world adventure and live the essential pirate life, sailing together, hunting treasures, and becoming legends. Experience true freedom in the fantastical pirate world. Explore, battle, solve riddles, and more in the world of real players. Sail on voyages, build a reputation, and become a pirate legend. Pre-order offers closed beta access and exclusive in-game items. Xbox One, Windows 10 PC, and enhanced for Xbox One X. So, buddy, I'm not sure if you heard us, but because it is a Xbox One and Windows 10 game, it sounds like it's going to be cross-platform. So, if Lauren and I get it for the Xbox and you get it for Windows 10, we can play together.
We can be pirates.
Yeah.
It would just be easier to get it for Xbox since I'm gonna get one.
Yes, but
True.
In the meantime, if you don't, then
yeah.
we can still do a thing. Yeah.
Because I'm not entirely sure when the release date is. All I know is that you can pre-order now, and if you pre-order, you get the beta access and stuff like that. God damn it, I want it. But yeah. So, awesomeness. If you guys didn't know about that, you guys should definitely check it out. Currently has 3 stars though. That's sad. Why is it sad? What?
Well, I mean, I wouldn't have heard about it if I hadn't seen some people.
March 20th.
March 20th? Alright, cool. And to clarify, I just looked at the compatibilities for it. It does say cross-platform multiplayer.
Yay!
So that is convenient.
That's exciting.
That is very exciting. Honestly, I don't think I'm really excited for any other games except for that, to be honest.
I am going to admit something that's very unusual for me. I'm kind of interested in playing There Are Billions.
I don't know what that is.
It is a resource game based on a zombie horde.
Who are you and what'd you do with my girlfriend?
Basically, no, it's a typical resource game. You know, you've got your starting kingdom building thing, and you're supposed to have workers and food sources and wood production and all that sort of thing, and you're supposed to train soldiers and that.
This looks like Warcraft with zombies.
Yeah, and so there's zombies just naturally in the world around, but there is also a horde that does waves come for you. Apparently, the full game, if you can live that long, is only like 2 hours long, but it's so damn difficult to actually beat.
So on the surface, what this looks like is it looks like the Zerg horde from StarCraft, and it looks like that. Like it definitely looks like it has the mechanics of a RTS, which is what it looks like. Buddy left.
Yeah.
Buddy came back.
I'm still here.
And it just looks like Zerg horde, essentially. That looks really cool. And apparently, there's a lot of positive reviews on it too.
Yeah, no, I've seen. There's a few people playing it at the moment, and I mean, I've always loved resource games. Like, I've played Age of Empires, I've played Settlers, I've played Majesty. These are really small. People don't know Majesty probably, but like really small games from when I was in primary school. But I hadn't really touched it since. And actually, recently, because of that one, I've then looked on Steam Library to see what I could download now, and it's like, oh, Settlers 7 came out. And I'm like, oh my god, I played 2. But yeah, so that's, besides the zombies, that sounds like my kind of thing. So.
It absolutely does. By the way, for those who are curious right now, there's a limited time offer to buy an Xbox One and get a game of your choice for free.
Ooh.
Well, I have money.
Yeah.
Technically, I do, but I'm not going to use it because.
What is the cheapest one right now? I guess the cheapest
one
is like $250 or something like that.
You're not going to use it because you're being a good boy and saving it?
Yes, because if I use that for something like that, I would never use it again.
Yeah. No, that's good.
It's very true. Yeah, right now I'm trying to save up money that way I can get a Switch and Zelda. That's my primary focus right now.
Oh my god, I want to get a Switch so I can play Stardew Valley. It's killing me.
I already have Stardew Valley.
I have it on the PC and Xbox.
You have all of it, all of them, for all of the stuffs.
But I want to play it. I want to play it on the go.
That's the convenience. Well, I need to get it, and I also need to get Mario Kart 8 as well. That way we can do something with it. The
rage in Mario
honestly,
Kart.
I think I just need to raise like 180 $80 and I'll be able to get it. Thank you, Target gift cards. Woo! My birthday's coming up, so
Puff, hint.
if you guys want to give me Target gift cards, that'd be dope.
I mean, I can't, but sure.
I mean, if y'all just want to toss me some dollar bills, that'd be cool. Dollar bills, y'all.
$1.
I'm hip with all that new slang.
You're hip, and I can't actually see your camera, by the way.
'Cause
Not that that's important for me.
Because I'm so lit, and I know how to do.
I'm so lit, fam.
There you go. That's the word I was trying to figure out.
You know what you guys get because you just said that right now?
Cue the soundboard. Oh,
Yeah.
You dabbed.
That's what you get.
I
That's
hate
what you
it.
get because you got to say those words.
It hurts me on an emotional level. Like, I hurt you on a verbal level, but but God damn, man. Why must you hurt me that way? That way?
Hey, you know what I've just realized?
What's up?
What?
I have lost more experience points in D&D in the last 2 campaigns than we've earned.
That's not entirely true.
No, it absolutely is true.
Oh, yeah.
Because we didn't fight in the last...
Speaking of which,
That's
I actually need to give both of you guys experience points later, for your role playing.
Oh.
Ooh. That means we did well.
A+, yes, you did. Good job,
You're
proud of
right.
you guys.
Good.
And I knew.
Hey, Omrin's back.
I'm really sad that you guys killed him.
We did shit all. You killed him. You're the DM. You
We
killed
did
him.
shit all, and that's why he died.
Sad.
Game
If
of
you guys
Thrones
don't
love.
know what we're talking about our Dungeons and Dragons campaign. You guys can check out some of the stuff on our Twitch channel.
Our little leprechaun bunny died.
And it's all their fault.
No, it's
Their-
your fault. You're the
their-
DM, and you decided
their-
that he died off screen.
Their lack of decisions have altered the world and have great effects on characters.
I am not taking responsibility for
You're
this.
absolutely taking responsibility for
Nope.
this. Yes, you are.
Nope.
You, as well as the entire group, need to take responsibility for the people that you kill.
With our own hands, yes. When you kill them off screen, it's not our fault.
It absolutely is your fault. He wouldn't have died if it wasn't for you.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, bullshit. Like, Jordas could have done shit.
She could have. He liked her.
He didn't like her. She chased him off without her to touch. No. Just no.
I told her off. That's good enough for the whole series.
Yep. Jordas got a 7.
Man, that was awesome. I was not expecting that. I was not expecting...
And she went off screen
Nice. I
and
did my
got
job.
healing so that they don't have to rely on Leo. So, fuck you.
Sorry, we need to find a cleric. We'll make
We're
Balfour
gonna-
be the cleric.
We're gonna rely on healing, and then all of a sudden you just like put us on fire.
I only did that to stop someone's leg from hurting. But yes,
It was
I
a
have
fun
fire.
time, though. Yeah, if you guys don't know who Balthazar is, he is also a streamer. So if you guys want to check him out, go to twitch.com/saltybalty. Balty, Balty. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's his plug. Fuck you, Balthazar.
That's his plug. We hate you. We love you.
Hey, shh, it's okay, they don't have to
It's
know.
like, hey, shameless plug. Fuck you.
Right? No, he's a great guy. He's awesome. But yeah. So I'm excited for this coming week. It's going to be a crazy busy week going forward. Dude, this month is going to be insane.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
Insane. And next month. 2018 is going to be a really busy year.
The membrane.
I mean, that's the way the song goes, right?
Yeah. Inside of the boy.
Did that song come
Well,
out
I'm
before
not-
I was born? I think it did.
I want to find out.
Did it come out before I was born?
No, I don't think it did. You must have been like 2 or 3.
Probably.
I really feel like it was like super early 90s. Because
No
obviously, like
Back in the day.
all the way back then, all the old folks.
1993.
Oh,
Yeah.
I was right. Before I was born, and you were 4.
I was still sperm.
No, you were yet to be sperm.
Oh yeah,
You might have been an egg though.
maybe.
I mean, you have to come from egg and sperm. You don't only come from one of them.
Welcome to the
That's
genetics
logic.
portion of the podcast.
What? Oh yeah,
Listen.
this is biology.
If we ever talk about science, we are probably 100% wrong.
Oh yeah.
No, you come from an egg and sperm. That's not wrong.
I'm just saying, we're probably 100% wrong. Speaking of which, dude, the freaking moon this past week was gorgeous.
And
You
seeing
guys-
all the
Yeah.
photos coming out of it, like, setting over Perth City, it looks so good.
If you guys don't know,
That's her-
there was a blue moon that was also an eclipse. So they called
There was
it,
also a blood.
yeah, so they called it like the super blood blue moon or something like that. Like it has this crazy word, and I guess it's like every, what was it? Like
Someone
this-
said it was like 150 years or something.
yeah,
but I don't
like
know.
the last the last record of this was like 150 years ago, which is freaking insane.
Yeah.
But if you guys didn't see it, you guys should definitely Google it because the moon, it looks like a blood moon. It looks like it's like dripping blood. It's awesome.
If you have seen Seven
Was it
Days to
raining
Die
blood?
or 7 Days to Die or the I can't remember the dungeon name in Skyrim. What other games have a blood moon
I
kind
don't
of
know. I
thing?
play good games.
It looked like it was something out of a game. The moon was red, and it was huge.
Yeah, I mean,
Quote that, everybody. The moon was red and it was huge.
that's
That's
exactly
what she
what it
said.
was. It was gorgeous though. It was honestly, I am so happy that I actually went outside to go see it because, god damn, was it? It was
What's
intimidating.
outside?
It was very intimidating.
It's another dungeon. You don't want to go there until you're leveled up.
Oh, okay.
It's only fun at night though. But yeah, no, it was really cool because typically when you're outside, the moon's bright as hell. But this was just like, it's like a creepy, warm feeling when you look at the moon because it's just red and you're like, I feel awkward.
It feels like danger.
Yeah.
It's like the first thing I texted you was, I wonder what people thought way back when they saw this. Like, what hex or omen or curse did they think was being cast upon them? Like,
That's why we have
Yeah.
blood altars, go folks. That way that doesn't happen. Blood sacrifice. Honestly, maybe
they
that's
should just
what it
say to
was.
a prayer to like Selene or something.
Maybe that's
Anyway.
what it was. They were like, "Holy crap, this is the moon! Like, we need to sacrifice all this blood for the blood moon." It's like, hail the blood moon, Jesus God.
No, well, I
I'm gonna
mean,
go.
yeah, like you're not right, but you're probably also partly right because they absolutely would have seen something like that and gone, "Holy shit, things are happening. We have to prepare
would've
by
took- and they would've
praying
took
to
it-
our gods."
Humans are
Yeah.
crazy, so they absolutely would definitely do that.
They
do
would take that-
something along those lines.
They would get
What would
their
they have
aluminum
done?
foil hats.
Yeah, all the foil hats, all the foil.
Foil. Hang on. Well,
Wait, aluminum.
maybe, but I had aluminium.
Ew.
Stop it. Stop it.
Or you can just say alley foil, and then it doesn't matter who's right.
What?
Alley foil.
Just call it foil.
Anyway, how old is foil though? Like, would they have had it 150 years ago?
No,
When
absolutely not. I think
So
foil,
this is
Well,
where they
actually,
would.
we're gonna find out.
I
We're gonna
honestly
find
think-
out.
I think foil was established, like, major manufacturers of foil, I think was probably like 1920? Maybe?
Mm.
It's relatively new.
It's no, it is. That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't think they would have been able to do that. Sadly,
Yeah, no.
at least not for this particular type of event.
Also, it's really cool if you guys ever get a chance to like actually see how aluminum is created. It's really crazy because it's essentially they get huge sheets of it, and then they just
And
cut
just
it.
roll
and,
it
like,
until it's yeah.
yeah, it's nuts.
Well, it depends. It depends which way. Yeah, but they.
Well, yeah, so like, they have to
Uh,
fold it in order for it to be. Yeah, that word. But as it goes through the rollers, like it'll roll up and then it'll go somewhere else, and then they'll cut it thinner and thinner and thinner and thinner. It's so crazy.
Aluminium.
Aluminum.
I'm looking at this thing right now,
What does it say?
and it says The plant owned by J.G. Nair and Sons, the aluminum manufacturer, started in 1886 in Switzerland, and discovered and aluminum foil was used as like a protective barrier in 1907. So roughly.
Okay, so major production.
Yeah, so we're not far off.
Yeah, so major production came out in 1880, but it wasn't for. I'm gonna say consumer use just because it makes more sense like that. For consumer use, it didn't start until like 1908 or whatever.
Yeah, 1911 actually.
Damn, yeah, so I wasn't too far off. Hi, Sage.
That wasn't Sage.
What was that?
I'm guessing it was on Buddy's end.
I don't know. Here,
'Cause
meow.
No, I know.
I know who you. I know what it is.
God damn it! Tell them to go away for right now.
Okay.
And tell them that I think they're fantastic.
Anyway,
Yes.
that's the science lesson for today, and history lesson.
Yeah, all the history. You get educated here on the podcast.
What other subjects can we cover?
Well, I'm excited because I'm finally using specific books for certain things. So my Ravenclaw book that I just got in Universal not so long ago, I'm using this for our Dungeons and Dragons stuff because I was.
Well, I mean, don't show us.
I'm showing you. Because I was using another notebook, but I realized that notebook has some important information that I need to keep. So I don't want to have to constantly flip back and forth and kind of get things not confused, but I don't want it to be.
You don't want to look at that and go, "Oh, that's my D&D book. Now, where's that important information that I needed?"
Yeah, exactly. So I just want to be able to be like, "Oh, okay, cool. This is a D&D book. Plus, it's leather and it's nice, and it's like on my face."
Leather.
Dude, leather books are the best. And if you don't think so, you're a mad person.
No, I don't think it's leather. It feels good when I put pants on.
Hey.
Yeah. I talked about your can't think of the correct word, and I couldn't think of it at the time when I mentioned it either. So I said that your classist love of leather-bound things over anything else, and my friends agreed with me. Thank you.
Yeah, I am. I will definitely judge a book if it's paperback. I would judge it so hard.
I know you will. You couldn't even finish reading fucking Dragonflight because it was paperback. I hate you.
I got through half the book.
You didn't finish it, was my point. And I mean, I don't blame you. Like, yes, leather-bound is just amazing to look at, let alone the feel of it, and sometimes the smell of it if it's nice like that. Especially if it's oiled leather, holy shit. But, like, yeah. But a book is a book.
About, Lauren?
My love of leather.
Yeah. Oh my god. Look at him.
Is that... Which one's that?
It looks like a...
He's hugging a book, and I can't tell which one it is. Oh,
I was right!
It's with your Musketeers book.
The coat of arms kind of gave it away.
Yeah.
Well, the problem is, though, that he has the Count of Monte Cristo, and I wasn't sure which it was.
Count of Monte Cristo doesn't... It has like that kind of... Yeah, there you go.
Yes, but I couldn't remember.
It's okay, now you do.
Yeah, that was kind of funny, because Balfour sent me this random link on eBay, and he's like, "Oh my god, look how pretty this is," and I'm like, "Yep," and then he got it like 2 weeks later.
I was so mad. I was like, why am I getting a package out of nowhere? And I opened it up, and I was like, I hate her. Like, I love her, but I hate her. Like, no. It's so pretty, though. It's so pretty. I love Alexander Dumas. He is the greatest writer to ever have lived. Oh my god, so good.
Yeah.
We've lost him because he's now admiring the book.
It's
now I'm just like he's looking through it, and I'm just waiting for him to go. Oh.
Book smell, man. Book smell.
It does smell really good. I'm not gonna lie. But I don't know. It was. I love books because there's so many things. I was reading somewhere on Twitter. Someone had posted a thing. It's an entire thread that she went to like a children's hospital and asking them, like, these are like terminally ill children who like don't have very long to live, hence the word terminally ill.
Terminally, yep.
And a lot of their responses were interesting to like what makes for a good quality life. And it was like having great friends by your side, having people to talk to and understand you. And a lot of it was, like, being told stories or reading stories. Like, not necessarily television or movies, but being told stories from someone that's close to you. Like, a more intimate way of taking in different types of stories. And I was like, that right there was beautiful to me, because I think that is very important. Like, I love movies and I love television because of storytelling in general, but there's so much politics that go into it. It taints a lot of really great concepts. Whereas with books, it's very similar, in the sense of, like, there's the publisher stuff, the editorial stuff. Sometimes you need a ghostwriter for certain things, because someone just may have a good concept but isn't a great writer. But having, like, stories to just hold and cherish, being like, this is mine type of thing, I think is very special. And I thought that was kind of a cool, like, consensus that came about that, where I was like, I just love, like, the kids just love stories. And it's like, that's really important.
I mean, it's funny you say that, because my favorite quote pretty much of all time is, write the stories you want to read. So, yeah. Like, same sort of thing. It's like, if you want to consume something, sometimes you have to put it out into the world in order for it to exist.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I mean, that's where I'm kind of at with my stuff. That you and I have talked about that before. That's kind of the reason why I'm doing the stuff that I'm doing. But yeah, I just thought it was really cool. Unfortunately, for those kids, but it's like, it's a cool way to kind of put stuff in perspective for you guys, where it's like, stop worrying so much about trivial stuff and kind of focus on the bigger picture of things. And I know that's easier said than done, but it's very true, where it's don't just cut people off just for the sake of cutting people off because you don't agree with them. Like, if there's a difference between a difference of opinion and someone being extremely toxic in your life. Because you can absolutely have someone in your life who has a difference of opinion. So that's some of the greatest relationships that you'll encounter. Someone who has a different outlook on life than you.
And you need to be challenged.
Yes.
Like, there's difference of opinion, and then you're actually allowed to have an argument about something. Well, not an argument. A discussion about things and have, back and forth.
But if someone is seriously messing with your mental health, messing with you on a physical level, manipulating you in some way, that's a toxic person who is only out for themselves, and that's the type of person that you need to cut from your life. Because one of the problems I have is people misunderstanding, like, statements that say, cut people out of your life that are bad for you. Like,
it's not they're not like chocolate.
Yeah, it's such a blanket statement that people will take that way too far, where it's like, if you don't agree with me, then I'm just not going to talk to you or deal with you. And it's like, that's not entirely how that statement should be taken.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it shouldn't be just being like, oh, well, I'm just going to cut everyone off. Because then you limit yourself. That's you limiting yourself to only the way that you think, and only having people in this small bubble in a broader world than that we live in. Well, yeah, it's super philosophical, but I just wanted to rant about this.
I mean, you did it.
Yeah, I know. But it's like,
damn,
that's something that is just on my mind. Because it's like, we want to make sure, I just want to make sure that I surround myself with good people and that we spread more positivity, more understanding than anything else. Because, I mean, can't be positive all the time, but you could have you could turn things in a positive way in some sort of fashion.
You got to think about both sides. I mean, as long as both sides of the argument are actual logical arguments, yes. You can think about both sides. Like, there's no two sides to a pedophile sort of thing. It's like, no, fuck off, you're a bad person.
Exactly. For those who don't know, by the way, the reason why she brought that up is because there's a dude from Glee. I don't know who he is. But so there's that actor, dude, man thing, who got convicted of having, like, it was like 50,000 child
photos and several hundred videos in his possession. It's not even like they suspected and were going to charge him. It was, no, they confiscated them from his house.
Yeah.
And child pornography and abuse, apparently. Not just, Yeah,
so it's like, that type of individual, there's just so much going on wrong. There's bad decisions, just being a bad person in general.
There's that, and then there's the fact that he was playing a school kid. Like, the whole situation just seems so wrong.
Yeah, it's just those type of situations are the ones where I'm not someone who says always take a life. That is someone who definitely needs to be away from society because they don't fit in with at least the general public. And I know it sounds weird for someone who throws themselves in a different kind of spotlight for general people, but there is a reason why the general public is called the general public, because there is
there is normal, there is general, there's like
a certain standard for someone to live within society, which is the best way that I can put it. That is definitely not it, and that is someone who needs to stay away from the general public. Unfortunately,
he's staying pretty damn far away now.
Unfortunately, he took his life the day before his hearing, which sucks.
It's a weird kind of justice. Yeah, yes, it's like maybe that was too harsh for what he. Maybe it wasn't. Maybe it was. Like there's so many arguments that could be made for what should and shouldn't be done to people and what the consequences are. But he judged himself.
Yeah, exactly. Clearly. And it's like it's always. Regardless of the situation, suicide itself is a very difficult subject to come across.
Yep.
A lot of people can relate to certain things, so we're not going to get too much into it, but just for those who are curious about her comments, her offhanded comment about pedophiles, that's kind of where it came from.
Yeah, something actually happened this week, and that's where it stemmed from, but yes.
Yeah, but speaking of other stuff that has happened this week, Elon Musk is like a Bond villain. I don't know.
What is wrong? Like, what is he doing? What's going on with him right now?
So, he has a company called The Boring Company. And for those who don't know, Boring Company is like boring tunnels. Like, the company is made, is
boring. Like, oh, this is so lame.
Yeah. So it's like, it's for making tunnels. That company, released a freaking flamethrower on they can pre-order flamethrowers. And the man made like $4 million in like 4 hours.
And he made them because he wants them to be more available to the public. He also made them with a video that said, "Hey, don't do this," and then ran at someone with a flamethrower. Like, what?
His Twitter was hilarious because it was like he was responding to people who were like, "This is a horrible idea." His response was like, "Yes, this is absolutely a horrible idea if you don't like fun." And it's like,
I know, and it's like, holy shit, dude, what are you, like, it is funny, and, like, but what is he, I can't put the two and two together. What is he doing? Well, yeah, but, like, it's just,
that's what I'm saying, like,
I feel like
he's, like, the greatest Bond villain ever. Like, he made PayPal, like, that alone is, like, its own giant empire, and then you have Tesla, which has been around forever, but, like, that is now a giant name everywhere. Yeah.
Well, and SpaceX. Also thanks to him, like it is business as well as just the product.
Oh yeah, but it's like honestly, I feel like he's a Bond villain. It's like one of these days we're gonna find out that like he's in charge of like a multi-billion-dollar underground company that
he's like part of the Illuminati.
Yeah, right. Yeah. He's the head of the Illuminati. He's just always out
like
there.
That. What's that group of people that they talk about in Providence in Hitman?
Oh yeah.
Where it's like it's this secret worldwide network of people that are controlling the world, and he's one of them. And also he's sending his car to the moon or to space, to Mars.
Yeah.
His car is going to be a weight in the next bloody launch that they're going to do. Apparently,
I'm so happy we have a man like Elon Musk because he's such an eccentric dude who has reached this weird level of success where it's like, he's
literally testing the bounds of what humans can do.
Exactly.
Now. It's like, fuck it, I'm gonna see how far I can go before they take my company off me.
Exactly. It's like he doesn't care. He just does his own thing, and it's like everyone's kind of just like, well, Elon did it again. And it's like, okay.
No, but this one is literally making me sit there going, Is this like mad genius scientists going mental now? Like, what level have we hit?
What it is I think I was reading it somewhere. It was essentially his reasoning was there are a set of billionaires who are just waiting to buy toys, essentially. Like, that's the layman's way of saying it.
Well, yeah, what are they supposed to spend money on?
Exactly. So it's like, these are for those guys. Like, these are for the people who have a ton of money, who just want to spend money on stuff.
I mean, the funny paradox about that is generally people who build their wealth aren't the kind of people to spend it. It's the people who suddenly come into money that are going to spend their money on that sort of thing.
Yeah, but it's like, it's nuts. It's crazy. I don't know. Just Elon Musk, thank you for being you. I love your Twitter. Your Twitter is amazing. Your responses to people are freaking hilarious. Never change. If you guys haven't, just go follow Elon Musk on Twitter, because, man, you're going to go down a rabbit hole. Speaking of Twitter...
Speaking of responses...
Oh, what?
I was rather impressed with my response to one of your soda tweets.
What am I, what?
Because you were like, clean coal, and I'm like, yeah, it's like... What, I can't remember what I said.
Oh my
now.
god,
Like,
okay. Yeah.
clean. I was like, clean poison, clean mud, clean dead silent assassin.
So, unfortunately, the stupid idiot who is in charge of our country right now, I refuse to call him the P word.
Prick.
Yeah.
Pedophile. No, we can't link those two.
There was the address. Oh my god, I can't remember the name. What's it called? The
State of the Union.
Yeah, there you go. State of the Union. Essentially, it's a speech just regarding everything that's going on in the country right now. Which, it was an hour and a half of him stroking his dick.
And clapping, apparently, from what I've heard.
He
clapped a lot of lies.
He clapped so many times for himself. I've never seen a dude clap so many times for. It was insane. He would say something, and the crowd would be quiet, and then he'd just step away from the podium and just start clapping, and then you'd see the Republican side of the Senate just rise up and start clapping out of nowhere, and it's like, I don't know what's going on right now. Anyway, that's not what I'm complaining about. What I'm complaining about is so many things in his speech, because he ended up going on. I know we're getting super political, but it's really important right now. He ended up talking about clean coal.
Because there's
no such thing.
Listen,
no.
I don't know if his supporters are idiots, stupid, or just don't care. But saying clean coal is like saying
It's an oxymoron.
I'm gonna put poison on my sandwich because I can.
I'm gonna put poison on my salad sandwich.
Yes,
it's like it's a clean sandwich. Yeah.
Exactly. It's a redundant statement. Yes, it is a source of power that we use, but
I don't know what makes it clean.
What keeps it clean?
What? Windex.
No.
Windex.
Oh, Windex. Yeah. What was it? My Big Fat Greek Wedding. But yeah. Yeah, no, the whole, and so his favorite statement, or his favorite push to make the public love him, is the amount of jobs that he's creating. So one of his main arguments about the whole clean coal thing is that he's opening all these fucking factories again and he's providing jobs again. It's like, yeah, but you're missing the point of why they were closed in the first place.
Yeah.
But this is also someone who doesn't believe in climate change.
This is my biggest problem is, okay, let's say, argument's sake, yes, he creates jobs. What's going to happen?
Oh, I mean, yeah.
What's going to happen? What's going to happen in 3 or 4 years from now?
When people start getting sick again, and
not even just
there's
that,
a power.
not even just that, but when those jobs eventually have to go away, it is prolonging the problem, is what it is.
But fortunately for him, he stepped out of the Paris Accord, which means that you guys aren't beholden to anyone to keep any sort of emissions or...
Yeah, how great is that for us? Woohoo!
No, but that's what I mean. In order to bring that back, it's going to take longer than his presidency to fix that again.
The thing that makes me angry as an American is how far back he has set us as a country, because now other countries look at us and laugh so hard.
Mm-hmm.
They laugh at us so hard.
Also, but it's not even that. Something I didn't realize, he's very quickly allowing... Now, I don't know what level it is, but they're basically lawyers, and I don't think they're justices of the peace, but they're they're federal lawyers or something like that. Like federal, who's the guy that sits at the front in a courtroom? Judge. Like, yeah, they're like federal judges that are supposed to pass. I mean, that's a lot of things, but it is more federal stuff.
Yeah, no,
but he's passing more Republican judges in his first year already than people like Obama, Bush, whatever before them have done in their entire presidency. And it's like,
because at least with those individuals who were president, they had an idea of what balance could be. Whereas this is someone who is power hungry and will cut anybody who doesn't agree with him because he is a power hungry ass. All right, I'm done with this. We're not going to talk about politics anymore because I'm going to start to get really heated. I know.
But appointing judges is so far-reaching. It goes beyond him. I
know. It's something, and I'm sorry if we got too political for you guys. Obviously, we're super liberal, if you can tell. Not in a bad way. It's just like
I was gonna make a bad joke, but I'd rather you not hate me.
We're just.
Well, I don't know. Balfour likes to pretend he's a hippie sometimes.
That's not true. I don't pretend.
Even though I'm the one who wants to live in a van.
I never said I didn't want to. I just said we just need space for my equipment.
You need your own van.
Exactly. We can just ride side by side against each other. See how it'll work out.
You know.
Hippies for days. Hug a tree, y'all. Hug a tree.
Fuck you, I punched a tree and it started talking to me.
That is very true.
You punched an ant.
Another reference to our Dungeons and Dragons thing. But thank you guys for watching this episode of the podcast. We really appreciate it. Don't forget to sign up on the website. Don't forget to check us out on Apple Podcast. I will be appearing on an upcoming podcast in the next few weeks. So once that is out, I'm going to be sharing it on the website. That way you guys can check out the interview and everything. So, yeah, with that being said, we'll check you guys out next week. Hope you guys have a good one, and we'll see you soon. Bye!